Hi, I'm Greg Kurzner, and I am the broker-owner of ERA Atlantic Realty in Alpharetta, Georgia. I got started in real estate like a lot of people do, although a lot earlier than many other people, coming out of a different industry. I was a management consultant when I got out of graduate school, and one of the reasons that I didn't like being a management consultant was I was always on an airplane, traveling all the time. And I really wanted a career where I didn't have to travel. I wanted to be in one place and have a knowledge and experience that allowed me not to have to go to different places, be on airplanes all the time. But real estate actually became so much more for me than that. And I look back at my career, and I'm now 33 plus years in the real estate industry. And it has been a fantastic ride. It has been more than I could ever would have expected when I started. And to be quite honest with you, I found my place, fortunately, early in life. I got into real estate really simply to help people. One of the things that I noticed about working in other industries was I was working mostly with other companies, and while it did ultimately help people, the one thing that was overwhelmingly different in the real estate industry is that you're working directly with mothers and fathers, husbands and wives, families, and you're having a huge impact on their lives. You know, you're helping them find the place where they're going to have their children, raise their children, and retire. And so for me, that's an added bonus that really gave me a love for the industry that I'm in. You know, so when I started like a lot of real estate agents do, by myself and just trying to figure out how to find people to work for. And over time, what I realized was that I wanted to institutionalize my business more and create what I would call repeat clients. So I worked with a lot of corporations, but I also worked with a lot of families who work with me and bought homes from me over the years. And to me, building that referral relationship and working with families where I have not only just a transactional relationship, but a long-term and sometimes friend relationship has been the most rewarding part of my real estate career. As my business started to grow, one of the things that I found was that I'm not good at everything, and I really wanted to be able to scale my business, but also be able to provide that quality of service in every part of the transaction that I wasn't individually able to do on my own. So my big goal to start with was to start to build a team and to then grow that team so that I had people that were around me able to handle all of the things that I maybe wasn't as good or didn't have as much time to do, and they did it so much better. So, you know, over those years, building up a team and having specialists in each particular part of the transaction has, what I felt like, really been the big difference maker for us in the Kurzner Group versus other agents that do things all by themselves. You know, there was a defining moment in my real estate career, and I had gotten to a point where I was sort of burnt out, and I wanted to take my business a little bit in a different direction. And so I made a cold call to a corporation and I got hung up on. And I remember that my hands were shaking and I was so discouraged because I thought, oh, that was my chance, and you know, it wasn't going to happen, and maybe, you know, being burned out in real estate, I needed to do something else. And then 2 days later, the same person that hung up on me called me back and said, okay, we're going to hire you and we're going to give you some work. And I've never looked back from that, and I've been very, very blessed that person then became a friend of mine, and actually we worked for many, many years together on corporate transactions with that group. So that one sticks out because it really turned out great after it was horrible to start with. So I have one favorite story that I tell a lot of people about my real estate experience, and it was with a couple who was recently married, and the husband was American, the wife was from Colombia, South America, and they had been transferred, or he had been transferred to Atlanta, and we just kind of connected. I don't even remember how, but we clicked right off the bat, and I helped them buy a home. And that couple, and subsequently their two boys, have been friends of our family and close friends for, gosh, 20 plus years. And I can't imagine them not being in my life, and I can't imagine how random it was that we had the opportunity to meet through a real estate transaction and then build a long-term friendship. So that's one of the real blessings of what we do is that sometimes you meet people that become lifelong friends through the real estate experience. So that's a blessing for me. Real estate has changed a tremendous amount in some ways and not at all in others. And I've been in the real estate industry for more than 30 years. And initially we were looking for properties on the multiple listing service, which was a book that came out every week or two. And the internet and technology has made everything much more available and easier and faster. But some of the things that still haven't changed are that I still think real estate is a people business. It still requires agents to work with families to help them find the right homes and help them navigate these transactions. So I think in some respects the real estate process has changed because of technology, but the real estate experience has remained the same. I started my real estate career in 1989, and that's more than 30 years ago. And if I was to sort of figure out where I think the real estate industry is going in the next 10 years, I would say it's going to just accelerate more of what we've already seen in the last 10 years. Technology is going to continue to take a larger portion of the transaction. I think there are going to be disruptors in the industry like the iBuyers, Open Door, and OfferPad that are going to continue to sort of figure out how they can have their market share. And I think, unfortunately, there's going to be a continued push to institutionalized corporate rental and a press down of somewhat of home ownership moving forward because of the affordability. So I wouldn't say I'm 100% bullish on where the market is going, but the market always seems to rebound from whatever's going on in it, and people still need and want and desire homes to live in and raise their families. So we'll see, but it's a little murky out there going forward. So when you're looking to hire a real estate agent, there are so many choices out there. And one of the big differences I think the Kurzner Group offers to other real estate agents is not only the experience or the transactional volume and accolades and things, and we've gotten them. We are always in the top 10 at the Atlanta Realtor Association, and we've been in business and we've been helping clients for more than 30 years. So all of that's really, really good. But at the end of the day, why is that important? Well, it's important for two reasons. One is that I think when you're hiring somebody, you want to hire the best. And generally the fees are about the same. So if you have the opportunity, hiring somebody that knows real estate, that has that track record and experience is critical. But also you want the experience to be one that's happy. Buying real estate can be a great experience, but it can also be very stressful. So having a professional group that can handle every part of the transaction, that can make the tough easy and that can make the stressful enjoyable is really key. And that's what we strive to do. And I think we've demonstrated over the years that we've done a very, very good job with that. I'm Greg Kurzner. I'm the broker owner of ERA Atlantic Realty, and I'm the team leader for the Kurzner Group. And I would love to work with you to help your family find a home or to sell their home. So if you're interested in learning more about us, go to my website at kurznergroup.com or dial the phone number below at 678-869-9000. And we'll look forward to talking with you soon. Thanks.